Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. I fucked up today. I forgot it was Thursday. I really wasn't doing shit today. It's just one of those, you never had one of those days you didn't know it was Thursday? You're like, oh, is it Thursday? I thought it was Wednesday. Yeah, I had one of those days, and I was just fucking driving around. I met a buddy. I was on my way out to fucking Santa Monica to go smoke a cigar. My first one in like a month. And Andrew's like, you going to record today? And I was like, record? He's like, yeah, it's Thursday. I was like, oh, Jesus, there. So my apologies. I didn't check in on you. Yeah, I almost did. Did you feel not loved? You know, but when you really think about it, this is like the end of one of those feel-good, like, Christmas movies or after-school specials, and like, we didn't think you were coming, and then you did. But I guess I didn't for most of you, because it's 10:26 L.A. time as I'm recording this, so most of you guys back east in Central Time. I just fucked over half the people in this country as far as not checking in on them, as far as people that listen to this podcast. So I'm basically saying that if this was a presidential campaign, this would be the end of my campaign. I would have to... I'd have to try and fight it off, you know? Mr. Burr, you tell the people of America you're going to do a podcast every Thursday. And last Thursday, I mean, you've been good about it for the last year or so, but last Thursday, you actually did not check in on the East Coast or the Central Coast or the central part of the country, whatever it's called. That's half the country. Is this what the American people can look forward to if you were elected president? Right there. You know what? Yeah, that's what they can look forward to. You know, I didn't think I was going to get this far. You know, I thought I was doing pretty good reading the shit off reading the stuff off of the teleprompter. And now I guess it's over. So, yeah, sorry to the East Coast and the central areas. I know it's our food supply and where a lot of, a lot of the comedy and the cold weather comes from, right? So I apologize. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I had my first cigar in like a fucking month, and it was delish. It was delicious. It was bad. I fucking went to the cigar shop. The guy was literally like, where you been? I was like, hey, I'm down to 2 a month. He goes, it's great. I fucking went in there. It was I just missed it. I missed the smell. I sound like fucking Champ Kind. I miss the way you smell. And I went in there. What was hilarious was I went to this place, Hollywood Smoke, out in Santa Monica. And as I was driving down Main Street, great fucking street out here in L.A., it's St. Patty's Day, and it was just getting geared up. It was like right around 6:30, like just the absolute fucking shit show that is St. Patrick's Day out here. And I should say in the United States. Absolute shit show. The fucking light green plastic hats. Those fuckheads are out, And then you had the girls, of course, whoring it up. You got to love that. I saw these two smoking hot fucking chicks with like the same color like is those green plastic hats, like mini skirts with like thigh highs on. So I'm like, all right, they're obviously slinging drinks. Or maybe they're not, Maybe they really are attention whores, because I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck you'd go out in public wearing something like that for on a night when people who usually don't drink are going to get even more hammered. Or I guess it's just amateur night. And you're going to fucking walk around with something like that. Well, what's wrong with you? Jesus Christ, didn't your mother ever talk to you? And sit you down and be like, listen, there's nothing wrong with dressing like a hua. Just do not do it on the following holidays. St. Patrick's Day, New Year's, and the 4th of July, okay? Every other time, Thanksgiving, okay? You want to let the girls out a little bit? I don't have a problem. Just don't sit across to me at the dinner table, because you're still my little girl, all right? Unless I have some big, like, floral arrangement, and you can blow your boyfriend at that point. I'm not going to know, but don't do it, because you give your father a heart attack, right? Didn't they ever sit you down and tell you that shit? Well, if they did, they didn't say it to these two. They were walking down the street. I mean, it's fucking unreal. Like, literally, like hookers didn't dress like that when I was a kid. And it got me thinking, like, I always forget what the fuck St. Patrick's Day is. So I'm going to Google that right now. St. Patrick's Day. Here we go. All right, we all know it's on March 17th. Is this the thing where the guy chased the snakes out of the fucking town? Which just completely seems like a bullshit story to me. Or is that some other guy with a flute? Or did that guy... No, this is the Pied Piper, and he got rid of the rats. That was their problems back then. It wasn't my phone died or my fucking internet's too slow. They literally had fucking reptiles and rodents. Fucking spreading disease. That was AIDS back then, you know? Just a bunch of fucking rats would come to town, and they'd bite one fucking dude. And then rats know, too, right? They'd fucking bite the studliest guy there, and he's, of course, fucking tagging every wench in town. And next thing you know, right? They're all coughing on their fucking husbands, and then it was over. And then, thank God, some guy would come by. Some guy who's probably, you know, never got picked to go on the rape and pillage tours, you know? That was like getting picked last in gym class back then, right? And all of a sudden, he just finds his hidden talent. He picks up a flute, and he fucking dances around, and everybody follows him out of town. All the rats do, right? You know what's funny about that story is they never say, once he gets out of town with the rats, like, then what did he do? You know? Fucking throw the flute at him and then run back, double back to town and hope that their little rat brains can't figure it out. I mean, they found it once, right? I don't know. All right, let's get... Okay, St. Patrick's Day is the day of the Festival of Patrick. Oh, thank you. Well, that sums it up. It's a cultural and religious celebration held on the 17th of March. The traditional death date of St. Patrick, who lived from 385 to 461. That's a fucking good run for back then, huh? He really was a saint. Not smoking, not drinking. Not messing with the whoas. What's that? That's 70, let's see, 15 and 61. Oh, shit, we all know that's 76 years. That's like living to 110 now. And evidently he was the foremost patron saint of Ireland. This guy was a fucking 5-star general here. St. Patrick's Day was made an official Christian feast day in the early 70s. Well, what the fuck did St. Patty do? St. Patrick. Let's get back to this fucker. Let's see why he became a saint. Patrick of Ireland redirects here. Oh, geez, doesn't he look miserable? Does anybody look happy in a stained glass window? They always look like they got the fucking weight of the world on them. What is wrong with my religion? Jeez, is there one picture of Jesus smiling, like cracking up, hanging out with the apostles, and somebody farted or something, and they just decided to paint him in that moment? They just never do it. He must have had some fun, right? Well, speaking of whoas, didn't he laid down with, what the fuck was her name? That's a good whore name from back then. Huh? Ethel? All right. All right. St. Patrick was a 5th century Romano. Oh, no, come on. Romano British Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland, known as the Apostle of Ireland. He's the primary patron saint of Ireland. This all sounds like filibustering right now, like they're trying to kill a bill. Along with Saint, who gives a fuck, he's also said something equal to apostles. The date of Patrick's life cannot be fixed with certainty, but on a widespread interpretation, he was active as a missionary in Ireland. Oh, he spread the disease there. They celebrate this guy. He brought that fucking horrific religion to them, and now look at him. They're still drinking because of this guy's mission. During the second half of the 5th century, early medieval tradition credits him with being the first bishop of primate of Ireland. Now he's hanging with an ape. All right, I didn't know there was gorillas and fucking... It was probably a chimp. Right? No, it couldn't be a chimp. That fair skin. Well, actually, they all got fair skin there. Maybe that's where you go if you get a sunburn. The gorilla's like, yeah, fuck that. I need the heat, man. You know? Stupid fucking chimps going up there with that fucking white face like me. All right, according to the Confessio of Patrick, when he was about 16, he was captured by Irish pirates. You mean drunks? From his home in Great Britain. Oh, he's from Britain now. The fuck is with this guy? This guy was all over the place. And taken as a slave to Ireland. Looking after animals where he lived, working on a farm. They're really ramping this guy up, where he lived for 6 years before escaping and returning to his family. That's pretty amazing. How the fuck did he do that? He needed a boat. People are in incredible shape then. He probably swam it, right? You know? It's probably why he lived so fucking long. You do that one time. If you swim from Ireland to back to fucking London, whatever the fuck he was from, I mean, that's basically, you've gotten all the cardio that you need to do in your life out of the way. The guy was probably fucking shredded till he was like 66. Then the last 10 years were brutal. All right, after becoming a cleric, whatever the fuck that is, that's either an accountant or something religious, he returned to I would click on it, but it's not highlighted, which makes me feel dumb. I'm supposed to like automatically know what that means. He returned to Northern and Western Ireland. Oh, that's a smart move. You fucking leave the country that enslaved you, and then you come back. Fucking Ian McShane. In later life, he served as a bishop, but little Teddy Bass, Mr. Black Magic. But little is known about the places where he worked. By the 7th century, he had already come to nobody knows anything about this fucking guy. He served as a bishop, but little is known about the places where he was a fucking bishop. Hey, he was kind of a bishop somewhere over there. They're making it seem like he was a cobbler. By the 7th century, he had already come to be revered as the patron saint of Ireland. All right, I don't want to be a cunt on St. Patrick's Day, but don't you think there's a little gap in the information there? This is like the story of Jesus, where it's like, yeah, he was a little baby, and they brought some gifts over, and then he was 33 on a cross. At some point, he did some carpentry, and he banged a whore. Other than that, right, there's nothing there. This fucking guy was a bishop somewhere in northern and western Ireland. Little's known about that. And then by the 7th century, he was a patron saint of Ireland. What did he do? Name, dating, 2 Patrick's theories, life. All right, let's get to his life. At the age of 16, he was captured by Irish. I already read this shit. After 6 years of captivity, he heard a voice. All right, yeah, he went crazy, telling him that he would soon go home. Sounds like he was malnourished to me. And then that his ship was ready. Fleeing his master. Oof, kind of sounds like a Batman-Robin relationship, if you know what I mean. I think he was the gimp. He traveled to a port. He traveled to a port 200 miles away. Traveled how? He took the subway? You mean he walked? Where he found his ship and with difficulty persuaded the captain to take him in. Yeah, he fucking blew him. That's the most difficult persuasion, right? Unless, he was happy to be with his master earlier. I don't know. This all sounds like, some sort of gay love triangle to me. After 3 days sailing, they landed presumably in Britain. You know what? I'm glad we drink on this fucking day. If you're going to be that fucking vague, this is like how you feel the next day after you went boozing. What'd you do last night? I don't know. I was kind of a drunk in Western L.A., and then the cops came, and I heard this voice in my head saying that there was a ship waiting for me. Yeah, what do you mean? You called Uber? Yeah, basically. All right, I apologize for all of that. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. A lot of you are probably still up drinking, getting shit-faced and all that. Why not? Why not? I missed all the March Madness. I don't watch the first fucking rounds. You know what I mean? Every once in a while there's an upset, right? You should just watch Holy Cross. They fucking disappoint somebody every year, send everybody going home crying. I'm going to try to watch on Saturday, but I'm busy over the next couple of days. But I have been watching my Bruins again, and after that big fucking hot streak, I start watching them, and then they start losing. So they're playing the Kings this Saturday, and I'm going to tape the game because I feel like if I don't watch it live, they're going to win, and then I can watch it and I can enjoy it. But I'm starting to, ramp back up with the hockey as the playoffs are coming, and I watch the Kings versus the Dallas fucking Stars. Getting ready for a barn burner, and the Kings just came out and gave them the old right there, Fred. Gave them 2 fucking quick ones. Then and I was sitting at home, mocking announcers. Going, I'll tell you right now, the next goal is the most important goal of this game. Obviously, Kings either go up 3-0 or the Stars cut it in half. We can do the fucking math when the numbers are that low. That's what you got to love about hockey. You know, the numbers are always nice and low. It's very rare does it go over. You never really have to count over 5. I think that's why it appeals to me, that and the fighting, right? So the Stars score next, then it's 2-1, and then you're thinking, okay, here we go, we got a game, and then bam, fucking they score again. 3-1 after 1. The next thing you know, I go out, make myself a grilled cheese sandwich, and I come back, and it's fucking 5-1. However, that doesn't mean that's how it's going to go in the playoffs. Those are 2 of my favorite teams out in the West. Of course, the Bruins are always my favorite, but the Kings and Stars are really fun to watch. So I'm getting psyched for the hockey playoffs. Speaking of which, I have an open invite to do the great Joe Bartnick's Puck Off podcast, and I'm going to try to do that sooner rather than later. But I'm excited about that, and I got to get into the whole March Madness thing. So that's basically my life, right? And so you're probably thinking like, well, Bill, you know, I know you tell jokes at night. You have to know when your fucking spots are. How did you forget it was Thursday? Well, old Freckles here had a really fucking busy day because they started making my little baby gym, my little get in shape girl gym at the back of my garage, and so I had to clear everything out, and unfortunately, I had to put my truck in storage for the next couple of weeks. It was only going to take them like 2-3 weeks, which means 6 months in construction talk, for them to complete this project. And I can't tell you how fucking sad I was dropping that truck off. It's unreal. Every time I look at that truck or I start driving it, I have this big goofy fucking grin on my face. Like, you ever hear like when people drown, you know, after you go through the horror of drowning, right? Or as you go to pass out, like all this dopamine is released. And I guess when they find you underwater in your cement shoes, you have this goofy smile on your face. Provided they didn't drop you in like 1,000 feet of water and your head didn't fucking explode. You always, I guess, have this fucking, like when they find scuba divers in underwater caves, you know, because they get lost. I mean, Jesus Christ, talk about the most fucking horrifying thing ever. Fucking going in there. I mean, Jesus Christ. What do you do when you're underwater? You can't drop breadcrumbs. How do you get back? There is no fucking... That is the most fucking insane thing you could ever do. Let's go explore some underwater caves. Can you imagine that shit? And then you fucking get lost? Wow. Dude, there's got to be stories of people that survived. I want to hear that mind fuck. How the fuck you keep yourself calm because you know you're going to panic and then you're going to start breathing faster and that fucking shit's, you know. Oh, my God. I don't know what I would do. I would just get my flippers going as fast as I could and try to knock myself out against the fucking wall. You know, and you couldn't because you're underwater. You can't even fucking knock yourself out. What do you do then? I think you just swim up to a big fish and give it the finger and hope it fucking puts you out of your misery. The fuck was I talking about? Fuck did I get onto that? I was talking about dropping the truck off. Yeah. So I got to be honest with you, man. Like no new cars do it for me. They're all the fucking same. Pisses me off, you know, because my car is getting old, man. My car is like 8 years old. Granted. 7 or 8 years old, yeah. It's going to be 8 years old since I've had it, October of this year. And I've maintained the thing, you know. I take it back to the dealership. I have them do the whole thing. I pay through the fucking nose. And it runs like a goddamn top. It runs like a fucking top to the point I'm not even nervous about saying it. But the interior's going to shit, right? The steering wheel's all fucking worn out. And but I love the car because I can park it anywhere, and I don't give a fuck if anybody drives into the thing. But my buddy who I smoke cigars with, he's got this fucking Cadillac, and I really like it, you know? And I like him more than the fucking, I don't know, everybody out here leases a fucking, the BMWs, the fucking, every other douche has one of those out here, so I don't want to get one of those. And, Audis are cool. You know what I got about Audis? Audis is like the fucking Bill Belichick draft pick. That's the second round guy. Or the guy who gets picked in the third round and has something to fucking prove. Like, I feel like Audi has something to prove. You get more bang for your buck. We're fucking BMW and fucking, you know, Mercedes. They're like the first round draft pick holding out for a fucking bigger contract. Fuck those cars, right? And I'm German too, man. I'm mostly German. I should be fucking... But I guess Audi's German too, right? I don't know. But I like buying American shit, though. Even though it's probably built in fucking Mexico or Turks and Caicos, whatever the fuck they build them now. So I'm thinking like, all right, well, my buddy's got a Cadillac. I can't go out and get a fucking Caddy and pull up next to him and look like single white female freckles over here, right? So I go, what about the fucking Lincoln Mark V or whatever? Don't they still make that car? So I go to the fucking Lincoln website. When the fuck did they deball that car? Or did it just not keep up? That thing used to be the answer to Cadillac, and that you can get one for like $35,000. Which is not, it's still $35,000, but I thought it would be like up there, like with the Caddies. Like the Caddies are like, you know, they kind of end where all the high-end BMWs and Mercedes fucking end, right? So I figured the Lincoln was going to be up. Like I thought I was going to, you know, be like some luxury car. And this is the thing. Nobody drives one of those, which should be great. So I got something a little different. It's got nice, you know, that's a great old man car, a fucking Lincoln. You know, you drive around in it. People look at you. They go, look at that guy. He's probably a member of the NRA. I don't want to fuck with that guy. It's a classic old man car. And, I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong model, but they have like, all they have is fucking SUVs now. And then they have like the, I don't know. I looked at the car and it was like, you ever see somebody used to go to the gym every day and then they don't anymore? You can kind of see like, oh yeah, that guy used to work out and now he gets like 3 appetizers before he dives into the fucking. Oh, speaking of that, dude, when I dropped the car off, I had to wake my lovely wife up and she, you know, followed me over, and it was early in the morning. She's not a morning person, right? And so I told her I'd take her out, go to breakfast. She, of course, eats healthy, you know, still looking gorgeous. And first thing I see on the menu was eggs Benedict with fucking pulled pork and, you know, came with potatoes. And like an asshole, I ordered it, and I have been paying for it the whole day. I've barely been able to keep my eyes open all day. For all you youngsters out there, that's what fucking happens to you when you get older. When you're young, dude, you know, you got low miles on your digestive tract. You can go eat something fucked up and then go play Frisbee football, whatever the fuck it is you kids do. Go fly a drone around an airport and freak out some pilots. Whatever it is that you guys do. Whatever you wacky kids do, put on a virtual reality fucking helmet and, I don't know, take video of your fucking next door neighbor and then you're fucking banging them and then you feel weird when you see him when you go to get the mail. Whatever it is you kids do. Yeah, you can do that after eating fucking McDonald's. I cannot. I can't. We actually Postmated McDonald's the other day at like fucking 12:30 at night. And I got to tell you, it was fucking delicious. And the next day I woke up, I was like, did I get into a bar fight last night? And lose horrifically? Like, was I the guy like laying, you know, those old school bars where they didn't have stools and they just had that brass rail for you to put your foot up on? You ever see a guy who ends up like in between the bar and that thing while there's like 3 people kicking him? You know that classic guy in every other bar in fucking Boston? I felt like that happened to me and they just kicked me right in the stomach, the entire fucking beatdown. What did I order? You didn't ask. I got 2 double cheeseburgers and the fucking large fry, and I enjoyed every second of it. And I distinctly remember at least 3 times Nia looking over at me, telling me to slow down. I fucking ate like I ate like a guy that fucking ordered out from McDonald's. So as you can tell, my gym can't get here soon enough. I ordered all of my shit from Rogue Fitness. Thanks a lot for not fucking hooking me up and recognizing my H-level celebrity status. You could at least given me a fucking 1 kettlebell. You couldn't even do that? What, I got to beg you guys? You know what I love about it? Is I don't owe you anything. And if your fucking weights show up and they're too heavy, I'm going to trash you. I ordered the weights and I wanted the colorful ones, and Nia teased me out of it. She actually used like some sort of like Jedi mind trick with a little bit of fucking homophobia. She's like, those are the ones you're going to get? That rainbow color? She goes, they look a little corny. I go, I like them. They're different. Like the 45s are blue. And then the 35s are a nice lime green, and then and the 25s are yellow. I didn't think it seemed more. It didn't seem effeminate to me. It seemed more like Fisher Price's first. I don't know, your first fucking dumbbells. I don't know. So she teased me into getting the fucking manly ones, like the Clint Eastwood ones, the old school fucking ones. So I got those in a weight bench, and I got a little fucking retractable rack with my pull-up bar, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. And you know what's funny is I have the ability to do squats with this thing if I want to, and like most guys, I hate doing legs. I don't know what it is. It's not sexy. You know what I mean? You fucking do anything in the upper body, All you do is you do like one set. You spend the next 20 minutes flexing in the mirror. But with your legs, you're just like, ow. Fucking hurts, and you really don't get anything. There's no ego boost to legs, right? If you fucking never miss leg day, like the level of discipline that you have, I have to respect that. I put you right underneath people that have the balls to explore an underwater cave, All right. And with that, let's read a little bit of advertising. God knows it won't be Rogue Fitness. Those motherfuckers. Where did they get off blowing off a nobody like me? Can you fucking believe that? Every goddamn day you're on TV and they show somebody, right? Somebody who used to be on Charles in Charge is getting a new fucking deck. He's getting his dream deck. And he's going, oh, my God, I can't believe you guys. Did my wife set this up? All I asked for was a couple of fucking, barbells. They didn't even get back to me. It's coming off real cold, Rogue Fitness. Anyways, by the way, Rogue Fitness, according to them, all of their shit is made in America. Now, granted, they might be using illegal immigrants, with welding masks or however the fuck you make weights. They're doing that and making horseshoes and like fucking 20 other things. Poor bastards. When Donald Trump wants them out of the country, I'll tell you. All right. MeUndies, everybody. Oh, ba-doo, boop, boop. MeUndies. I'm a fucking fat shit. Ba-doo. If I keep eating McDonald's, I won't even get to wear underwears. But if I do, I can dry off my balls and fucking flush them down the toilet in a bathroom stall. I always say bathroom stall now, okay? Whether you're wearing a suit or sweats, you spend almost 24 hours a day in your underwear, unless you're like a fucking filthy animal. I never understood guys that don't wear underwear, because I swear to God, no matter how much you shake your dick after you take a piss, no matter how much you fucking wipe, you can stick a whole box of Kleenex up there, there's always going to be a little tinkle. You know what I mean? You never realize it to that day you go fucking, you go commando, and then you're walking out of the bathroom. You're like, why is one of my calves sweating? Oh, that's right. Right? You need it. Boop, boop, boop. MeUndies. Sorry, ladies, but that's the way it works. All right? Okay, but instead of making a statement like Superman's tights under his everyday clothes, your underwear is probably boring. MeUndies is here to change that. I think there was a joke in there and I blew it. All right. Every pair of MeUndies is made from sustainable sourced model, a fabric that's twice as soft as cotton. Nothing can describe the fit and the feel of MeUndies. Yet we're still going to have more copy. I love how you can't fucking describe it, yet I still have to read 20 more fucking paragraphs of this shit. But once you try them on, you'll understand why they're called the world's most comfortable underwear. And if you don't love the first pair of MeUndies, they're free. No questions asked. Hey, did you not like that thing? Keep it. I never understood the line of that copy. MeUndies said, why can't I send it back to you? The soiled underwear. You guys should take it back for your failure. All right, MeUndies has dozens of styles and limited edition prints. That's so stupid. To help you make a statement like they're Jordans. Oh, limited. You got the fucking MeUndies 3s? People lining up outside the store. To help you make a statement with your underwear, whether you can see them or not. Remember Superman. All right. Shipping is free in the United States and Canada, and you can save up to $8 a pair with the MeUndies subscription plan. Get the subscription plan or a single pair. Get 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/Burr. That's MeUndies.com/Burr for 20% off of your first order. Hey, MeUndies.com/Burr. All right, tracker. Smart cars, smartphones, smart homes. Technology has made everything fucking smart. But losing your stuff makes smart people feel stupid. And it causes you to yell at your dog. Tracker makes losing things a thing of the past. Tracker is a coin-sized device that locates misplaced keys, wallets, bags, computers, anything in seconds. Just pair Tracker to your smartphone, attach it to anything, and find its precise location with the tap of a button. It's that easy. I swear to God, this is made by the Illuminati. I know it is. They're getting you eased in. You put a chip in your dog, and you fucking put something else on your phone. Hey, you know, what are you, special? Let's fucking jam one in right behind your right ear. Lose your phone? Press the button on Tracker, and your phone rings, even when it's on silent. With over 1.5 million devices, Tracker has the largest crowd GPS network in the world, so your lost item shows up on a map even if it's miles away. Never lose anything again with Tracker. Listen to this show. Get a special discount of 40% off your first Tracker device. Go to thetracker.com and enter promo code Burr. The hardest thing you'll have to find is their website. Go to tracker.com right now and enter the promo code Burr for 40% off. Again, that's tracker.com, promo code Burr. And lastly, but not leastly, hang on, I got to get a drink of water here. Fucking smoke that goddamn stick here. Stamps.com, everybody. Our good old friends. Old dependable. Like if this was Sanford & Son, Stamps.com would be Grady. All right, Stamps.com. Trips to the post office are never convenient. You know, unless you're banging some broad there, right? And she likes to fuck at work. Then it's real convenient. So why not get postage right from your desk with Stamps.com? With Stamps.com, it even gives you special postage discounts you can't get at the post office, including first-class mail, priority mail, express, international, and more. Using your own computer, or a friend's if they're cool, and a printer. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package, then just hand your mail to the mailman, not the mailwoman, the mailman. Or drop it in a mailbox. It's that easy. No wonder over 500,000 small businesses are already using Stamps.com. I use Stamps.com anytime I send out any one of my fucking posters. Right now, sign up for Stamps.com and use my last name, Burr, for this special offer. 4-week trial plus a $110 bonus offer. That includes including postage and a digital scale. Don't wait. Get started with Stamps.com today. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. So, old Billy fucking drumstick. I got these new Zildjian cymbals, right? The fuck do you spell Zildjian? Where are they? Oh, they got these new fucking cymbals, right? That they actually made. They almost look like, you remember those mesh shirts that people wore in the 80s? They look like that, right? And they thought it'd be this cool new sound, and it barely made a sound, so they thought they were a failure until somebody figured out that they're actually great for practicing in if you can't, play loudly. So I obviously didn't make a drum room, so I have my little practice pad kit, and now I got cymbals on them, and they're the fucking shit. They're still loud as hell. I can't play when my wife is home, but, she's always working, so when she leaves, I sit down and play, and I got to admit, man, they're fucking awesome. And, a couple $100. It's not that bad. Nice and fucking cheap. You get to play along, and even though they got all the fucking holes in them, you can still bounce the sticks, work on your little technique there, Be a little fucking maniac, whatever the hell it is you want to do. Where the hell are they? Oh, they're not called Sound Off. What the fuck are they? God damn it. I got to get the names of these things because they're fucking awesome. Look at this shit. I should have fucking said I'd do... Yeah, they wouldn't give me any free shit, would they? I want free shit, man. I've come to that point. I want some free fucking shit, God damn it. I'm going to start talking about Apple, so I'm going to start small. All right, Zildjian L80s. Series LV38 low volume cymbal box set. Look at this right here. You can order them right here online for $200. I got fucked. I didn't know that. God damn it. I spent like 70 extra bucks. What a dope. Jesus Christ. Look at it. I had to fucking wait like a month for them to come in. What is wrong? I just don't like computers. I should try to like computers more every once in a while. Oh, shit, it's already 34 fucking minutes, isn't it? And it's late at night, and I got an early day tomorrow. So was there anything else that I wanted to talk about? You know, I'm so sick of people talking about their fucking brackets. I don't give a fuck. Oh, dude, by the way, I was, here's an LA story for you. I was out in my car the other day, right? And all of a sudden, like 4 fucking police cars just went flying by me. And then and right above me, there was like, I swear, it seemed like another 4 fucking helicopters. And I was like, what the fuck is that, right? So I go home later and I watch the goddamn news, and some fucking maniac had stolen a police car. So the first fucking one that went by, I never saw the guy, was actually the fucking dude they were chasing. I thought it was a bunch of them going, and I swear to God, if they had to been doing like fucking 90 miles an hour down this road that was like a 30-mile-an-hour zone, right? So, you know, they fucking follow the guy, yada, 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 and all that. He won't stop. They spin him out. They won't stop. And then finally this fucking cop in like the police SUV just fucking gives him the old right there, Fred, to the fucking driver's side door. Just totally just caved this thing in. I was just like, oh, Jesus Christ. That's at least a separated shoulder for life. And I guess they ended up shooting the guy. I mean, you know. I mean, at some point, you know, you have to use deadly force. Somebody's driving 90 miles an hour around just regular people. You know, if he was around irregular people, that's understandable. You can go up on the sidewalk. Nobody cares. But he was around regular people. They spun him out. He wouldn't do that. You know, they fucking removed his shoulder with an SUV, and this motherfucker's still going at it. And they just, all right, you know, we get what you're communicating. You don't want to be here anymore. And then that was it. Fucking unreal, man. Gave me the creeps. Seeing somebody drive by knowing like this was the last like fucking 30 minutes of their life. Unbelievable. But having said that, I would rather go out like that than get lost in an underwater fucking cave. God damn it. Is there like a documentary on this? Got to be something. I got lost in an you know, and you know the deal. Like, it's always like they tell those stories and the guy's like, they're playing the creepy music. And it was like, yeah, me and a buddy of mine decided that we were going to go explore some underwater caves. And they just keep, you know, they start doing the reenactment. And they just keep cutting. You know, they show 2 divers, but they just keep cutting back to the same guy. And after like the 3rd time they go back to him, you're like, all right, obviously the other dude fucking died. Or he got some serious fucking brain damage. Something happened because he's not in the documentary. What the fuck is going on? And sure enough, you know. Then there's always that creepy thing of like, well, how come you lived and your friend didn't? I know what happened. You fucking panicked and you grabbed his fucking regulator, or whatever the fuck you called it, right? And then you had all the air and he didn't have any. And you got to go to bed with that every night, you know? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, listen, I have to go to bed. I got some shit to do. I apologize. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. I hope you guys had a great one. I hope you guys have a wonderful fucking weekend. And I know there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Something that happened to me early in my week. I can't fucking remember, though. All right, maybe on Monday. Maybe I'll remember it Monday. I'll write it down. Okay, that's it. Have a wonderful weekend, you cunts, and I'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, let's get down to the podcast questions of the week. As I said, people send these things in to me, and I never have them in front of me, which causes long, awkward pauses. All right, okay. Here's a podcast question number 1. Bill, what does an East Coast transplant do on St. Patrick's Day? You already know what it's like in Boston and in New York City. Is it the same, or does no one in L.A. really care? I might have mentioned this on my other podcast. I do not participate on St. Patrick's Day. I actually went out last night, you know. I went out, I got myself a couple of Jamesons, and I had a corned beef sandwich, and that's it. I do not go out on St. Patrick's Day. It is it's amateur night, same way New Year's Eve is. A bunch of people who don't know how to drink way too much. They wear green plastic hats. They sing the green alligator and the long-necked goose, all these stupid-ass fucking songs. And I don't know. It makes me sad. St. Patrick's Day, it makes me sad. Because when I look at what the Irish culture has chosen to focus on, it's no wonder we're all a bunch of angry psychopaths that Even when we go to therapy, evidently it doesn't affect us. I don't know, is anybody else Irish out there? Like, you ever go to a wedding that's not an Irish wedding? I went to a Jewish wedding, and I went to a wedding a long time ago, this girl who was Pakistani. And the weddings, they were beautiful. It was really a nice environment. It was all about the union of two people who were going to spend their lives together and a celebration of that. And you go to an Irish wedding, and the main focus is like, when you get the invite, it's like, dude, is it going to be an open bar? Really? I'm fucking there. That's what it is. That's all people give a shit about is, can I go there and get fucked up for no money? That's the big question. And then people get hammered, and then resentments come out, and then inevitably there's going to be a fight. Maybe that's why I like hockey. Reminds me of all the weddings I went to when I grew up. So getting back to your question, people do celebrate St. Patrick's Day out here. There's I go to this place, Tom Bergen's, down on Fairfax, just south of Wilshire, because it's a mellow place. They got a jukebox in the corner. They're playing music, but it's like background. It's not like you're going to listen to this whether you want to or not, sort of martial law sound system that they have in all these other bars where you got to sit there and scream at the person next to you, much like they scream on ESPN. Look at me just tying everything together this fucking week. So, yeah, no, they definitely celebrate it. Obviously, it's not the way it is back east because there's not a bunch of there's not as many Irish people out here, but they're definitely out here. They definitely do drink, and they wear the green hats and all that type of shit. But there's no parade. There's no bagpipes. There's just the booze. It's just basically bare bones. There's a couple of corned beef sandwiches in the corner, and there's 12,000 kegs and a bunch of plastic caps.
I got to tell you something right now. I did a show in Dublin, Ireland, and all the crowds were great. But I got to tell you, those fucking people in Ireland are the funniest. I can't even explain. I swear, there's something about, like, when I go through Great Britain and Ireland, it's like Scotland and Ireland. They're like the knuckleheads that I grew up with. And when I go to London, London is kind of like all the people that I met when I went to New York that were from Boston. So they did move away from where they were from, but they still brought that thing with them. Because people in London are hilarious. But I was doing a show, Dublin, on Monday night at the Vicar Street Theater or something. Just this awesome venue. And anyway, so it was on a Monday night. And it's a really hard night to try and sell tickets. And these people showed up in force. And I can't even tell you how they were fucking hilarious. Like, I was on stage, and there was this thing I was talking about people hugging their kids. And how that is a good thing, but if you do it too much, it could potentially make them weaker. So I mentioned, I've been telling this story for like 6 to 8 months. And I've been saying how that, my mother wasn't a hugger and didn't hug us when we were kids. And people just listen, and it's just a small detail that leads to this other part that I want to talk about. So I've said that line uneventfully. That's even a fucking word. With no issue whatsoever for like 6 months. Now I'm in fucking Ireland. And I just throw that line out there like I'm not even thinking about it. And say, yeah, I said, my mother didn't hug me when I was a kid. And I'm getting ready to say the next sentence. And like 15% of the crowd goes, aww. I'm not even doing it the way they did it. Just collectively broke my ball. It was just such the classic fucking, it was like that Boston Irish thing that I grew up with, distilled to its purest form with actually real Irish people, where you'd almost have to be there to fucking understand what was behind it. It was like, I opened the emotional door just a crack, and automatically it's just, they just bust your balls about it. Like, you fucking, what, like, you think I think we got hugs? You freckled cunt, shut the fuck up and tell the joke. I can't even, it just, I've tried to explain it to Nia. She laughed, but still, you kind of had to be there. And then, so I laughed. I was like, I'm not fucking trying to get your sympathy. I'm trying to get to this next part, you assholes. And the whole crowd fucking laughs. And then like a half hour later, what I had done when I was over there was I bought a bunch of DVDs with me. Like just basically the DVD itself with this little paper thing. And I was just handing them out to people because I'm trying to get them to show other people, when I'm out there. So I can keep coming back, basically trying to get them to spread the word of my comedy. And then someone's just like, well, why don't you just put it on Spotify, you dumb fuck? And I'm like, because I'm old, all right? I feel like I have to bring the hard copy. So I tell these assholes that I'm giving them free DVDs at the end of the show. And I'm halfway through that spiel, telling them that they're getting a free DVD, all right? And I'm in the middle of it, and I hear this guy in the back of the crowd goes, oh, fuck off. I don't even think I didn't even explain what I was doing. I don't know if I had gotten to the part where they were free. I don't know what the fuck. Or it was the fact that I was trying to, once again, go to a nice place where, hey, I really appreciate you guys coming out. This really means a lot to me. And I want to keep coming back here because I think you got a great country or whatever. And I just opening the door that much. Oh, fuck off. So I finally just looked at them. I went, Jesus Christ, they're already laughing. I was like, you know what? I've played in almost 22 years as a comedian. I have played in front of some miserable motherfuckers. But you guys, and they were already laughing, are the most miserable fucking cunts I've ever been in. And they loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it killed me that I couldn't go out drinking with the crowd because I had to fucking go, had an early flight, of course, all over the house. All right, really gay question. Bill, I'm a gay guy and a fan who never has any problem downloading your podcast. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'd send you a free fucking DVD if you gave me your fucking address. Amount of you cunts who just can't. What's with the podcast? I can't download it. What is with you? It's not me. My website is fine. It's never crashed. Anyways, you say, I mentioned that because in the comments every week, your listeners seem to think there is some correlation between not being able to download it and being a fag. First, they're actually quoting one of my jokes, if you haven't seen the joke, okay? If you think I have a bunch of homophobes. I did this bit called, What Are You, a Fag? And it had to do with, it was actually anti-homophobia. Although some gay people, the second they hear fag, they stand up and yell homophobe and run out of the room. I call that story Seattle. Anyways, first, this email isn't meant at all to get you to censor or to be PC. I like your stuff a lot. Your point of view is hilariously balls out and usually different from the same old comedy cliches. But I'm curious, with all the hundreds of things you and your listeners identify as gay, do you really still think most gay guys are the old stereotypes on most sitcoms and in Leno's monologue jokes? Oh, Jesus. You going to talk down to me, sir? Is that what it is? Is that what you're going to do here? Yeah, I think that. I think you all go like, the food is here. Don't you guys sing everything you... Really? Really? Of course I don't think that. It's just funny. And not to mention, when we say stuff is gay, it has nothing to do with homosexuality. Okay? When you say, you like this lamp? No, it's fucking gay. Why is it gay? Look at it. It's gay. All right? It just means it's lame. You know what it is? It just gives you that, anything that gives you that feeling of, it's not love. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what the word is. What is that fucking word when you're just, when you're just sitting there, your girl, like you take a night off from work, and you're sitting there with your girl, and you rent a video, whatever the fuck you do now, snap your fingers and it appears on your TV. I'm so fucking far behind. I can't even use an iPad. I don't know what you kids do nowadays. Back in the day, you went to a fucking video store, all right, and pretended to want to watch a fucking romantic comedy when you really wanted to walk through those saloon doors and look at the porno, right? That fucking feeling when you come home and you're sitting there and you've made some food. and your girl gets all excited and is like, isn't it nice, it's just us, just us, just enjoying each other. Whatever that fucking feeling is, that's gay. Okay? But I don't know what to call that fucking feeling. To me, that's gay. All right? And every once in a while, I'll look like a fucking chair or a lamp or someone asks me to do something, and I get that same feeling. I'm like, that's fucking gay. I don't want to do it. It has nothing to do with gay people. All right? So don't get sensitive on me, sir. I know you're not. I know this person's not being a dick. So anyways, he says, do you guys think we're all the gay guys in the old stereotypes of the sitcoms or in Leno's monologues? Is it because the ladies make you watch Dopra and the View hags who just love having gay guy girlfriends because they love emasculating men any friggin' way they can? Oh, I get this guy. This guy's a bear. He's one of those gay guys. The kind of guy you're hanging out with on the construction site. Somebody picks on you, right? And this guy comes to your rescue, fucking turns them all into a pretzel. And you're like, Jesus Christ, that's a fucking guy's guy. And then all of a sudden he just sits down and just something about the way he's crossing his legs. You're like, what the fuck is with this dude? All right. And then one day he just says, listen, I got something to tell you. I see what you're saying. I get it. That's like me being a German-Irish guy. And I'm like, we're not all Nazis and drunks. But, if you put on the History Channel or if you go out on St. Patty's Day, sir, you're defined by the worst of your group, unfortunately. That's kind of how it works. But no, I obviously don't think people are like that. I saw Will and Grace. Didn't they have both ends of the spectrum? Will was sort of like, just a regular guy. And then the other guy was just like, oh, my God, right? Singing my lines. No, I didn't. I thought that guy was actually good. Right? Why do I answer these fucking questions? All it does is just expose how fucking stupid I am. So anyways, he says, so do you still think after seeing the gay soldiers in the news and the boring, normal gay marriage activists? Dude, I don't think that. Nobody thinks that. Some people think that. No, I don't think that. All right? I'm just breaking balls there, Twinkle Toes. Are the only gay guys, I'm just going to keep reading the rest of this for whatever fucking reason. Are the only gay guys who have been out to you really just hairdressers and interior decorators? Sir, how many examples are you going to give me? All right. Okay, I'm done with that. No, I don't think they're all like that. All right, so this is what I'll tell you. Yeah, I understand that some of you guys look like Mike Ditka and act like Mike Ditka, yet, don't like Mike Ditka for the same reasons I do. I understand that, sir. I think a lot more people do understand that. There's all kinds of stereotypes out there, all right? Look at me for the redheaded male, You think I don't want to be a fucking, star in an action movie and be the guy who knows every type of karate and kick the shit out of people and shoot the gun? Do you think they're ever going to give that role to a fucking freckled-faced, pasty, redheaded jackass like me? They're not. All right? Who am I going to be? I'm going to be either the guy who needs to be rescued or the guy who's good with computers. All right? We all got a fucking axe to grind, sir. All right? So maybe you were just checking in. Maybe you were just making sure. I didn't even get his joke. A really gay question. Like, I'm going to say that question was gay. You see what he's doing? He was like mocking me and showing his sense of humor at the same time. You see that? He was testing my intelligence while flirting. I had a gay question last week. I said, what do you call a group of gay men? This gay guy says, evidently they're called a giggle. A group of gay men are called a giggle. No, they're not. There's no fucking way all gay guys call a group of gay men giggles. You know who call that? Douchebags who happen to be gay. I'm sure that they say that. A giggle. Go fucking blow someone. I swear to God, if I was ever to have the charisma of a mass murderer, that's who I would kill. Douchebags. All groups would be allowed to stay around, but you would have to prove to me that you weren't a douchebag. And if you, then who would you make fun of?